When we say we're hiring here, a lot of people think teacher. And we have a ton of support positions that we're looking to hire for. We're looking for nurses and paraprofessionals, which most people call teachers' assistants. We're looking to hire custodial staff, right? Because if schools aren't clean, then children don't feel what? Good about themselves. And so we have secretary clerical roles that we're looking to hire, and also substitutes. We always need support in the schools.
I never wanted to be a teacher, but I always feel like, as a positive Black role model, you should try your best to be an impact for these children.
In 1991, I started to come in as a day-to-day sub. Even though I worked full-time at the hospital and I continued to work part-time here, my schedule allowed the flexibility to do that.
I graduated from Pittsburgh Public Schools back in '85, Langley High School. Also, my mom was a lunch lady for 30-odd years for Pittsburgh Public Schools as well, so she loves kids, and I followed in that footstep.
I started with becoming a substitute teacher right out of college. I was subbing for a few months. Then I became an EA3, and I was working in this was before the EA4, so I was working in the emotional support room. I felt like I made a big difference my first year.
I started at Pittsburgh, Colfax, and Squirrel Hill, and at that time, my child went to that school, so I was like, oh, good, investment of time with my child there. And then it just turned into one of those things where I thought I would be there for a little while, and it ended up keeping me there. I stayed there for 5 years.
At Pittsburgh Public Schools, you have an opportunity to really build your future. And so you can start here in one position and end your career in another. And a lot of people, they don't think about the benefits of healthcare that we have. I mean, our insurance is amazing. And then our retirement, we are a part of PSERS, which is our state retirement system. And so I always tell folks, like, listen, when you're working here, you can actually set yourself up for the future.
Pittsburgh Public Schools fit for me was nice because, first of all, the size and the diversity. I've worked in pretty much every school in Pittsburgh Public School. You have different religions that you get exposed to, and you just get to understand people at a depth that you don't always have time to in a hospital setting.
Like, I didn't expect this path. This is not what I went to school for. I went to school for business, actually. And the time that I spent in a school, of course, my child was there, so the love was there for her, but then I started to love all the kids. They all became my children, and it's Miss Simpson to this day when I see them.
Pittsburgh Public Schools. I grew up in Pittsburgh Public Schools since kindergarten and 12th grade. I just always wanted to be a part of it, and I decided that if I wanted to make a difference in my community, I feel like the best way is to work in the school systems.
Go on the website, go on the job board, and literally look.
If you're thinking about coming into Pittsburgh Public Schools, the first thing to do is to apply. Apply to the position, look and see what we have available, talk to some people that you may know, right? You wanna make sure your resume is up to date, and you wanna make sure that you're building relationships. And I always tell people the best way in is to become a substitute. You get your foot in the door, you get an opportunity to work across all of our schools and to build relationships with people.
Children love teachers, love children. You can actually see it, so I think that's the best advice, is to love children, have patience, and it will see it through.
You really are about and passionate for kids, love kids, and have the desire to make things better for them in this district, then this is a place to go.
Every single day when I walk through here, every child that I see, every adult that I see, they get the best of what I have. And so I think that's what my legacy to be.
I was able to be me. I was able to do me in a Pittsburgh Public School educational way. I was able to, didn't really have to conform. Might have to get dressed up a little bit more often, but still was able to let a kid know, like, listen, there's other options.
The impact I want to make on the children here at PPS is, I want them to see that there's something outside of their norm. I want them to know that you could go to college, you could go to trade school. There's something much out of here. What I've seen a lot is that I see kids who don't have a plan going into their senior year, and I want to be the one that give them the plan. I want to be the one that pushing them over and over again, like, yo, we gotta get there, we gotta get there, we gotta do something else, we gotta do something else. Or think around the corner, don't just take one step every day. You gotta plan ahead, and I want them to see that things are much bigger than Pittsburgh, or things are much bigger than our community.
If you want to build your future with Pittsburgh Public Schools, go to pghschools.com. pittsburgh.org/careers.